Hello everyone, welcome to Crypt Fails Inc. My name is Julio Ibarra. I am your GM for this show, and with me as always are your favorite characters, your favorite players, Susi, Posselt, Harley, Richardson, Ariz, Hader, Farhan, Israk, and Neal, Patel. And it's been quite a while for us in terms of recording time, so I'm going to do a little bit of a recap here. As far as I remember, you guys feel free to chime in if you remember something. But as far as I remember, last time you guys, major events, you guys were told the secret of Daniel's identity. So you guys know that Rapidus is Daniel Moore now. And you guys went from there back to the aquarium to look for clues, despite Orion X specifically telling you to stay away from that investigation. Once you got there, you met a registration officer by the name of Nadine Stanton.
In a dumpster.
And she seemed to have, in a dumpster, and she seemed to have some sort of knowledge about what was going on there, but managed to kind of spook you guys away before she left herself. So, that's about all we've got done so far, since these episodes are a little bit shorter now. You guys ready to get going with this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are we picking up exactly where we picked up, or where we left off last time, or are we gonna do like a time jump thing?
No, I'm thinking, well, it's up to you guys. What do you guys think?
I feel like after that experience, we would be spooked and nervous enough to just go home.
Yeah, maybe. So, yeah, to regroup.
Yeah.
It'll accurately reflect what actually happened to us in real life. So
that makes sense, yeah.
So, dear listeners, we're fresh off of the Breakfast Club. We watched that kind of as a group last night. So, you guys be sure to channel your inner Molly Ringwalds, your inner Judd Nelsons and Emilio Estevez's, and let's get that teenage angst in this episode.
Yeah, we could just...
So one last thing before we start. I did decide that I didn't like the whole describe as a comic book thing. It seemed to slow everything down. So just imagine that our comic book got picked up by Cartoon Network, and now we're a cartoon on Cartoon Network. So it's more of a TV show now.
Hell yes!
But don't worry, because we're on a Toonami time slot, so we're still gonna have some TV 14 stuff.
We got serialized.
Yeah.
You have
animated.
Animated. Alright,
cool. So we open up on an apartment window in the city. And there's a light on. And then we see Mark walk into his house or apartment.
I would say apartment.
And right. And you hear your mom in the kitchen.
Hey, Mom. How's it going?
So she's got her back to you. She's washing dishes, and she doesn't respond. What do you do?
Just go upstairs to my room. Wait. Upstairs to my room.
Okay. As soon as you start to go up, she says, "You were out with those kids again?"
You mean my friends? Yes.
You're not like them.
I mean, aren't we all different in some way? I'm just trying to blend in.
She frustratedly slams a dish down in the sink and looks over at you. You can die.
And?
They have abilities. They have powers. They're not like you.
She knows.
All I'm trying to do is be a hero, just like Dad was.
Yeah, and look where that got him.
Mark just rushes up to his room and closes the door with a loud bang.
Nice.
So are you, so she's definitely trying to, influence you. She's trying to put your savior down and put your mundane up. Do you, reject her influence then? It kind of seems like you might be if you're, by running upstairs. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so what do I lower?
No, so when you reject someone's influence, you have
to roll.
You roll, yeah. And it's a straight roll, so you don't get any bonuses or anything.
So 2 dices.
Yep. 2d6.
Yes.
Oh, I got 12.
Damn.
Sick. So on a 10 plus, you choose 2.
Okay.
Clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong, which you kind of already did by rushing upstairs. But shift 1 label up and 1 label down, your choice, or cancel their influence and take +1 forward against them. That one doesn't really make sense against your mom, but
not that edgy yet. Yeah, I'll lower that and increase the savior part.
Okay, cool. And what was the other one that you're picking then?
And that was a condition, right?
Yeah, you can clear a condition or mark potential.
I'll mark potential.
Yeah, especially considering you don't have any conditions right now.
Oh yeah, you don't have any conditions, so yeah, you might as well just mark potential.
Yeah, alright.
Marco.
Wow.
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 I don't know how that would fit to plot all of a sudden.
Alright.
Yeah, become the Hulk
so
out of nowhere.
we shift across the city to Daniel's home.
Oh no, here we go.
We see Daniel arrive at his home.
So I feel like it's probably super late, way later than Daniel would normally come home. So he looks a little bedraggled because he was kind of rushing home and he's got a little bit of sweat going and like his shirt's like untucked and like he's got his bag slung off of one shoulder as he walks in. And he kind of looks left and right to see if his parents are there.
You don't see him immediately, but from the hallway you hear a small crash.
Daniel rushes over to see what the crash was.
So you see your mom, and she's sitting in her wheelchair, and you can see that she was trying to put up a picture frame on the wall, but it fell.
Mom, are you okay?
Oh, Daniel, you're home. Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, sorry I'm late. I got caught up at work.
That's okay.
Here, let me help you with that. And he walks over and he tries to pick up the picture frame and hang it back on the wall where she was trying to put it.
She kind of bats your hand away. She's like, I got it. It's okay.
And when she does that, Daniel is kind of like, I imagine he's kind of crouched over it and he's like frozen for a moment whenever she does that. And then he just kind of silently just kind of goes, okay, under his breath and just walks away, looking down at the ground.
Don't worry about your chores tonight. Your friend, Matt, already came by and he helped me.
Okay. Sorry. And he goes to his room and his head's hung low.
So your dad isn't home. You figure he's probably still on the job that he was at before.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do once you're in your room?
So I think Daniel flings his, he'll close the door quietly, and then we see him kind of just stand there in the doorway for a moment, and then we kind of see his close-up of his hand, and it kind of clenches into a fist real hard, and then it kind of trembles, and then he lets go, then he flings his backpack across the room against the other wall, and then he just kind of flops onto the bed and just passes out.
All right.
Or tries to.
We see Tengu. I'm assuming, did Uncle Watson pick you up, or did you go home on your own?
I want to say I walked home.
Okay. So you arrive, and Uncle Watson's sitting kind of in the main room that you guys hang out in, and he's reading. Hey, bud, what's going on? Did you guys find what you were looking for?
Hi, Uncle Watson! He just ignores the question. He just says hi. And then he continues walking to his room. He's sort of like thinking over what just happened.
Yeah, Watson just kind of watches you. He just like watches you go all the way to your room and close the door. And he just kind of shakes his head. What do you do once you're in your room?
I try to distract myself. I start fiddling around with like some gadgets or something. Maybe I try to look up some information. Did we happen to get a name for the agent?
Yeah, Nadine Sen.
Alright, can I search some information on the internet or anything?
Yeah. Let me see what you can roll for that. Well, actually, don't you have a supercomputer in your thing?
Now he does.
No.
Oh, he does. You have a
I
powerful.
do.
You have a powerful computer.
Sick.
But so say what you want to do, and the GM will give you 1 to 4 conditions you must fulfill. Okay, so I guess I just choose. This seems pretty basic, so it wouldn't be very many. Yeah. So you and your team will risk danger from, but you don't know what. I'm not gonna tell you what.
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, so you use your supercomputer and you dig up some information on it. Do you want me to tell you now, or do you want to wait until like you get with your team and then I can give you all the information?
Wait.
Okay. We just see Seng at the supercomputer and he's searching all kinds of stuff, and then you just see his eyes widen as he found something interesting. Then we go to I kind of want to do this. Let me know if you guys want to do something else, but I kind of want to say that Sanctum and Ova are walking together.
Oh, I love
That's
that.
fine. That's fine.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Yes, that works.
Okay, I have a you guys maybe are heading to the, what was it, the junkyard where you do the light show thing?
That was like a park or something.
Yeah, okay, I thought it was a fart park too.
Yeah.
I had already...
Okay, no, I didn't remember it. Whatever you guys say it was.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, so you guys are heading toward,
Yeah, secluded spot in
Okay.
the park.
A trailer park.
we'll say it's so it's like it's a pretty big park, kind of like a Central Park kind of situation. So you guys find like a spot kind of out of the way. It's not completely dark outside yet. So like it's not dangerous to be out there really. It's like dusk, so you guys are just, finishing off the day basically. So yeah, so what are you guys talking about? What does this interaction look like?
What recently happened? Like, where did we leave off recently? Like, with the group? It was, yeah, right, where the lady was there and everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
You felt further away from the team, I think. Right?
Yeah, it was, I felt further away from the team, but I also felt more, like, confident myself because the lady had said that, like, I should think for myself, basically, and not be peer pressured.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah. Okay. What would we talk about, though?
I have no idea.
Okay, so
So awkward.
how about Ova is like teaching you like or she's like showing like you some she's like practicing some things that she can do with her the heliokinesis. Yeah. So heliokinesis. Okay. So she is like she's making like a huge swirl of light around them, both of them. And then she, like, blasts it up to the sky. And then she's able to, like, make it go out like fireworks. And she says, see, I can make those firework things just like humans.
Yeah, they look pretty. Hang on, let me do something to that. Can I make like a small black hole smack in the middle of the fireworks and turn it into sort of like a galaxy spiral?
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, you do that.
How about that?
Wow, that is very interesting.
You've seen that before, right? You being from not.
Yes, many times.
I'd like to see one of those at some point. A black hole.
It is not as interesting as one would think.
I don't know. I like to think the way it interacts with light would be pretty astounding to look at.
Yes. Do you think the group feels like I am one of them?
Absolutely. I don't see why they would think anything otherwise. Why do you?
Because I am not from this planet, and I look different.
I don't think that makes a difference.
Quentin, why don't you roll a comfort or support someone roll?
I have, like, no idea what to do.
Yeah,
or say. I guess this is how a teenager would
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah, you guys.
Oh, sorry, Farhan. I rolled a 3.
Oof.
Oof. What's your mundane at?
My mundane is at -2.
Oh, so that's a 1!
Dude, that last two
Okay.
was so,
so-
not caring.
So the interaction is as awkward as it was for our poor listeners' ears, and Ova doesn't feel any more comfortable with the group or any. She actually feels a little bit like you're lying to her. She doesn't really know how like humans act, and it just seems like you're like completely disingenuous in whatever it is you're saying.
She looks at Quentin and she like kind of tilts her head to the one side and she says, "I do not believe you."
Why?
At that moment, you guys hear a scream from a little bit down the trail, kind of in the more populated area of the park.
What was that?
I don't know. We should check that out.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay.
Are you gonna talk about some more?
It's like really. It's like I feel like Ova just talks really awkward. Like, okay, so Ova starts running.
Running or flying?
Oh yeah, Ova. She starts to fly, and then she looks down at Quentin on the.
I'm running,
wait.
but with I'm like I waylace, like I use my gravity to sort of
Right. Yeah, you can
float, I guess, and sort of like leap after her, I guess.
Okay. So Ova goes towards the screen.
Okay, so you guys arrive in this kind of more populated area of the park. You see people running around all over the place. It looks like chaos. But in the center of this chaos, you see what looks to be like a 12-foot tall like robot. And it's just like fucking people's shit up. It's just like running around like batting people against trees and stuff, and like it's got a flamethrower in one hand and it's like just throwing flame all over the grass.
Does Ova have a phone?
Yes, Ova does have a phone.
Hey Ova, do you want
Ova's,
to contact the rest of the group about this?
Yes, I can do that. And she takes out her phone and she calls Seng.
Hi, I'm Seng. Oh. I was totally.
He was like waiting for the call.
Click. Hi, I'm Seng Oka. Pleasure to speak to you.
Oh, hello, Seng.
As soon as she says that, a beam of like laser shoots the phone out of your hand.
Oh!
Ova like stands there with her hand still up against her ear, and she looks at where the beam of laser came from, and I'm assuming it's the big, large metal thing. And
Yeah,
she
so
says,
as Quentin is running towards it, it's just like lumbering towards you two now.
"That was not very kind." And she takes she uses her heliokinesis to basically throw like a beam of like this like solar fire energy thing at its chest.
Okay,
So it's almost like a sphere. She makes like a sphere with it and like throws
so
it at
you're
his
directly
chest.
engaging a threat. So roll plus danger.
Ooh.
Hello?
Yeah, we got like a small cut aside and just like
Oh!
What'd you get?
Uh,
What'd you get?
I got a 4.
oh no!
Oh no.
Tonight is not the
Okay,
night for
so-
our heroes.
So your shot goes completely wide, like it completely misses, and it hits a tree, and that tree just catches fire instantly.
It would seem I need more practice.
Quentin, you're getting pretty close to this robot now. What do you do?
Can I say I've been charging up my powers while I was running towards them? Because I need to do that.
Oh, sure, yeah. Do you need to roll to charge your powers?
Yeah, I roll plus conditions.
Okay, and you've got 1, looks like.
Right, yeah.
You have +1.
Yeah.
That's gonna be an 8.
Okay. So I mark a condition.
Oh yeah, on an 8 marker condition. I would say probably maybe insecure makes sense because you just got out of this interaction with
Yeah.
Ova, where it was
Confusing,
like,
right?
kind of awkward and
I feel like it could be either insecure or angry.
Well, I did shoot a laser at Ova too.
That's true. It's up to you. Whatever you
Still
think
would
makes more
angry.
sense.
Because I don't think I
Okay.
understood that I was being off.
Right.
And
right.
angry gives you
That
a
makes sense.
Wait, what
angry
happened?
gives you a negative to comfort or support.
It's gonna be even
That's a good
worse
point,
next
Neal.
time.
That's true. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool. So then, what do you do now that you have your burns charged up?
First, I put a shield on Ova.
Oh, okay.
That will be rolling plus freak.
+3?
Well, so this is more of like an immediate action. This is like to defend someone specifically. Like it's kind of like protect someone from monster.
Yeah.
So it's not like a preemptive thing. Like it's more in the spur of the moment.
It's lumbering towards us, that thing, right?
Yes.
Can I?
Yeah, it doesn't move very fast.
Can I make like a small wall that's like about knee height in front of the construct so that it trips over it?
Oh, yeah, you could try that.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And I don't have to roll anything, but I have to roll 2 burns since it's independent of.
Okay, so I'm rolling twice?
No, that's to animate it independently of yourself.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay.
not animated, so yeah, it's
So
just one burn.
You don't have to roll anything.
Okay, cool.
It's made.
So what does it look like when you do this?
I sort of, you know how in Fullmetal Alchemist he just puts his hand on the ground and shit comes out of the ground, sort of like that. So, well, I guess no. Since it's gravity power, I just have like a small invisible wall of like extreme gravity. So if anyone steps on it, his foot gets stuck on that particular spot. So if he tries to take another step, he will just fall. Like it's almost like
Oh,
glue
okay,
on
so
the
it's
ground.
more of like a okay, I see it. So how do you stay in control of your powers as you do this?
I guess I have to have my hands touching into the ground. I can't move.
Okay, so you're gonna hold it there. Do you? All right, so you do that. As it steps forward, it kind of like trips, and then its foot is like stuck there, and it's like trying to like crawl back up, but its foot is stuck in this construct. What do you do?
Oh, I still have more turns.
Do you? Well, no, it's more like, are you gonna call out to Ova or?
Okay, can I have him stuck with one hand and send a group text with the other?
By the
Well,
way,
you would have no reason to do it because you didn't see the phone get shot out of her hand, so you still assume she's calling.
Oh, I thought I saw. That's why I got angry.
No, you were running ahead. You just saw a bolt go past you
okay.
at her.
I just yell and ask Ova, are they coming?
I was not able to complete my call.
Take my phone out and just chuck it back at her.
can I just?
Oh, and then she like goes to catch the phone. She catches the phone.
Oh no, not so fast.
Oh no!
Well, you said tries to catch the phone.
Yeah.
Wording. Catch with confidence.
Oh no.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Okay. So the phone is flying towards you, but you see the tree that you caught on fire. It's about to fall on some little kids that are not able to run out of the way in time.
No.
Ova, she flies over and saves the little kids.
My phone cost
Okay.
me a lot.
So she sees the phone flying at her, and like kind of like in a depth of field kind of thing. She like looks past the phone and she sees the kids, and she just speeds past the phone and runs and it scoops up the kids out of the way. The phone keeps flying and it lands in the small pond of the
Side
of
note,
the
my phone is waterproof and has like cover. So that
Well, you guys all have work phones that are like all my old ones.
Oh, you give it to all of us?
Right.
Okay, cool.
Just say you guys all got my hand-me-downs.
After Ova saves the kids, she goes after her phone that the thing knocked out of her hand.
oh, that thing's fried. That thing got hit by a laser directly.
Oh, okay. So then now Ova is going to try and hit the big metal guy again with a beam of light.
Kame. Ah!
Okay, so
That's what it sounds
you're
like.
just gonna hit it like directly with it.
Kamehameha wave.
She looks at the at this beam, and she just she tries to determine what its weak spot is.
Okay, that sounds like maybe assess the situation. Yeah. So roll plus superior. Oh, your superior is pretty high, isn't it? Oh,
It's 0.
I guess not.
Oh, I got a 10!
Hey.
Okay, on a 10, ask 2. What can I use here to blank? What here is the biggest threat? What here is in the greatest danger? What here is most vulnerable to me? How could we best end this quickly?
Okay. Okay. What, who here, wait, no, hold on. What, how can here can I use to, okay, what here, wait. Well, I want to know what its weak spot is.
That would probably be what is most vulnerable to me.
Okay, I'm just saying that you just told me that that's what's gonna
Well, you can
answer.
tell me that that's what you're trying to get from that question.
Okay, so I'm gonna use who here is most vulnerable to me, but I really want to know what's like the most vulnerable point on this creature.
Right. Okay. So you see that as it's laying down, you can see that under it, there's like a small little compartment or a little square. And I'm gonna say just because of your heliokinesis, you can tell that it's like a solar battery that's right there, that's in there.
Okay, and how could we best end this quickly?
Well, by taking out this thing, by taking out its power source.
So is there any space in between the creature and the ground? Like since you said it's like it's the solar battery's underneath, right?
It's kind of like in a plank position, and it's holding its laser gun out, and it's firing lasers at Quentin as you're doing all this.
Okay, so there is space for me to go under it? What if I transform?
If you shapeshift.
Okay, so she shapeshifts into would like a raccoon be enough space? Do they have opposable thumbs and all?
Yeah, a raccoon would probably fit in there.
She
but
shapeshifts.
as you're shapeshifting into a raccoon, these lasers are flying at you, Quentin. What do you want to do?
Beams?
Laser beams.
Okay, so she...
No, Quentin. What does Quentin do?
I use another burn to just move, which is basically a teleport for me.
Oh, okay. Where do you want to move to?
Move behind it, so like where its feet would be.
Right. So yeah, okay. I don't think. See, like, would you roll unleash your powers for that?
Yeah, let me see. It should tell me how it works.
Well, because it doesn't tell you to roll.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't have to roll.
I'm gonna say you're still unleashing your powers. I'm gonna say roll unleash your powers, because this is kind of an out of the ordinary. You're not just using your powers. Like, it's kind of like a stressful situation that you're having to use them under. So yeah, it's plus freak.
Okay. That is +1 is a 8.
Okay. On a 7 to 9, mark a condition, or the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary.
Yeah, I use that. It's like
Okay. So yeah, you do move. But since you're having to focus some of your control on the well, as you move, the effect of your well extends beyond where beyond just like the foot area, and it pulls the whole robot kind of down onto the ground.
no, she's not already under,
Ova?
it, right? Yeah.
Ova's not under yet because you didn't let her go.
Good.
So as you're running as a little raccoon creature, as you're running up to get under this thing, you just see it slam down onto the ground, and your opening closes.
Okay, is there enough opening there for an ant?
I think you should do a
it's
roach.
It's like slammed.
Oh, okay. So Ova's going to transform just into a bigger Ova.
Ooh.
Super over.
Okay.
Oh.
That sounds like unleash your powers to me. So roll for unleash your powers. It's plus freak.
Ooh, that's good. That one's high. I got a 9, 10, 11.
11. Ooh. Okay. So yeah. You do it. You become just a bigger. How big are we going?
I'm gonna say how large is the creature?
It's about 12 feet tall.
She's gonna go 15 because she needs to be big enough to be able to lift it over and flip it over.
Okay. Yeah, so Ova becomes just this big alien creature. I mean, you're still the same proportions, right? You're just, like, bigger?
Yes.
There's a mass increase, though. Mass.
Her what?
Mass.
Oh, her mass? Yeah, I guess her mass does increase.
Her clothes just rip off and she's nude.
then-
Just kidding, no.
Then her,
She can somehow convert light to matter, to mass, because that's her whole heliokinesis thing.
Yes. Okay, so Ova is going to just like flip this creature thing over like a pancake. This like electric. He's gonna flip him so I can see his batteries.
Oh, okay. I was like, pancake.
His batteries,
Okay.
is that good for buttocks?
No, we can already see his butt.
What are you trying to do? I'm just flipping him.
Well, because he's stuck to the ground because of the gravity well. Like, he's not just, like, laying down. So you're gonna have to roll something to try to get it up.
Fine, then. Ova
Sounds weird.
takes like she creates like a knife with her solar energy, like her solar.
Actually,
her
Susi,
helio-
that's directly engage a threat.
what? What is?
To flip him over.
So wait,
directly
can I
engage a threat.
instead? Can I just like create a knife with my heliokinesis and just like stab him, like where I know the batteries are on the other end?
A lightsaber.
That's dangerous.
What
What
if
Yeah,
Big
that would still be directly
blows.
engage a threat.
But okay, she just flips him over.
Okay, hold
Okay,
on.
that's
It
directly
might
engage a
not-
threat.
It might not be
I
engage a threat
understand.
unless, like, in the robot, there's like a tiny animal controlling it, and we're piercing its mask.
Well, it's not gonna be revealed, so calm yourself.
Okay, so I'm going to roll to flip him like a pancake.
Alright, roll to flip him like a pancake.
Hey, is that plus freak or something?
It's plus danger.
Oh, so I got 8.
Okay, so on a 7 to 9, okay, so on any hit you trade blows, but on a 7 to 9 you pick one. You resist or avoid their blows. You take something from them. Create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. One of them, I'm gonna say, has to. Oh, you're only picking one.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
only
say that
picking
it
one.
has to be create an opportunity for your allies, because that's what you were.
No, I wasn't.
So what are you trying to take from them? What are you trying to?
I'm trying to take the batteries from him.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay. So you're not. So okay. So the roll was was to flip them. Are you not trying to? Just describe how you're taking the batteries from him.
I flip him over and then I take out the batteries.
With the bare hands.
Literally
May not do
bare
that.
hands.
Fine, because if I flip him over and then I can, you're just saying that basically my only option is to create an opportunity because I'm flipping him over. Yeah. Okay, so I flip him over and then I create the opportunity for my allies to take out the batteries. And Ova yells with her very large voice now, and she says, "Take out the batteries!"
So loud, I get knocked unconscious.
You get knocked unconscious.
So as
That'd
you're
be
yelling
hilarious.
that after you flipped him over, he hits you with his flamethrower, just like sprays you with the flamethrower since he's now
Oof.
flipped over. So roll to take a powerful blow.
Dang. Okay, can I shield her now?
You roll plus conditions.
Defend her.
I got a 9.
Hey! Don't do that.
Oh, I got a 9, and then what conditions? What am I rolling plus conditions? What does that mean?
Plus the number of conditions that you have marked.
So 2. Okay, I got an 11. That's really bad.
That's really bad. That's the worst you could do on it.
Oh, no, I could do 12. That'd be worse.
Well, no, because 11 and 12 do the same thing. On a 10 plus, choose one. You must remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, etc. You lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way. Or 2 options from the 7 to 9 list, which is you lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. You give ground, your opposition gets an opportunity. You struggle past the pain, mark 2 conditions. So it's either 1 from the 10 list, yeah.
I understand. I'm thinking. Oh, these are all really bad.
Can I use the shield on her now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that.
Is that your last burn?
Yeah, that's my last burn.
Okay.
So I don't need to roll?
No, you have to roll for that.
No. Oh, you do have to roll for it?
You roll defend someone, but instead of savior, you roll freak. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Wait, why is Harley rolling?
Because I don't have my die.
Because
It's plus freak?
He was
Yes.
so confused.
It's a
plus freak.
It's a 6.
God damn it, Harley!
Should have just rolled
Sorry, I
yourself.
tried.
Okay, so Susie, what are you picking? Because I'll tie in the result of that defend to what you're doing.
Fucking Harley.
I'm sorry!
Oh, you couldn't.
I got a potential.
I guess I'll just remove myself.
Okay, how does that happen?
I mean, I could give ground, and then I could also lash out verbally and provoke a teammate to full-heartedly action or take advantage. Those are the
And
two.
those would both. So if you lash out verbally against Quentin, that might cause him to lose his focus and not be able to defend you. And since he's focused on trying to defend you and all of the turmoil that you're causing him by lashing out, he lets go of the gravity well, giving the opposition an opportunity. Okay, then lash out verbally.
Do something! Get the batteries out, like I said! He is distracted! Does that
I
work?
think that works.
Okay, and you still have one. Oh no, you don't, because you used it to try to defend, huh?
Yeah, I have no burns left. Like, I have to recharge.
Okay, I forgot about that part. So since you tried to defend, then yeah, that breaks your focus and that gives him the opportunity to get up. So he stands up, but you're both still in the fight, right? Okay. So Quentin, what do you do now? She just yelled at you.
Are there trees nearby?
Yeah.
I have to take cover so that I can charge again. Because I can't do anything without them. So I go run behind the tree and start charging my powers again.
Well, you still have some powers that aren't. Oh no, we decided that you still had to charge up for this one.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, because it's just gravity manipulation.
Right.
All right, so you're gonna take cover to try to charge. Okay. So then, Ova, what do you do then? You just took this powerful hit.
Oh, okay. Do I see? Is he distracted with me right now? Still?
Actually, now that you guys have kind of put up a pretty good fight, now that he's up, he's just trying to like lumber away, and he's just firing random lasers into people that are still trying to get away, and he's burning up more stuff. He's back to what he was doing before, and he's just trying to ignore you guys now.
Okay, and since Ova's still large, she goes after him, and then she kind of like, she flies up in front of him to get like in front of him, and then she tells him to stop.
Okay.
Well, I would want to do something else, but I feel like that's too much. It's like I can't do that much.
What do you want to do?
And maybe like she makes like I feel like I'm using the heliokinesis too much.
That's your power.
But she,
Okay, yeah, that's your
well,
power.
she makes so then she makes like a sword thing with it. Well, or let's say like like a barrier between her and no, like a sword, because that's just it's better. She makes like a sword with it, and she like points it at him, and she says, "Stop right there," or at it. It says, "Stop right there."
So is your heliokinesis, are you like making like beams? Because what you're explaining is more like psychic constructs. It's more like making like objects out of stuff. I guess, well, I mean, you could do it. It's just, it wouldn't be like a solid thing. It would just be like light, I guess.
It's basically like fire. It's just like a fire.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so, what, you're trying to like threaten him?
Yes.
Okay, that sounds like maybe provoke someone. So roll plus superior.
I got an 8.
Okay, on a 7 and 9. Oh wait, hang on. And you're trying to get him to stop, right?
Yes.
Okay, on a 10 plus, they rise to the bait and do what you want. On a 7 and 9, they can instead choose one. So they stumble. So I choose these. They stumble. You take +1 forward against them. They err. You gain a critical opportunity. They overreact. You gain influence. over them. I'm gonna say it doesn't stop, but seeing you come up right in front of him, it kind of throws him off, and his like servos lock up for a second. So you all take +1 forward against them.
Okay, and then so I'm going to just go straight for the batteries.
Okay. So you take this opportunity to try to get the batteries out, but you see, like, it's more complicated than just, like, you know,
Removing
popping open a
batteries.
latch and removing batteries. Like, it's kind of like an integrated system, but you do see that the hatch, like, on its, like, underside basically is you know, vulnerable. So how do you want to get into it?
She's going to ask like Quentin to help, like to help her. So does Quentin need that one thing to or Sanctum need that one thing in order to like gravitize them?
He should be charged up right now.
Oh, I didn't have to roll.
Well, yeah, roll, but like, yeah, this is kind of going on off screen. What's the roll?
It's a 5.
Oh my god.
5.
Well, I can still get 2 burns.
On a miss, you hold 2, but you also mark 3 conditions. So,
Holy sh-
unfortunately, what that does is it maxes out your conditions, which means that you have to remove yourself from the battle somehow.
Oh shit!
So since it was a result of you charging up your things, I'm gonna say it'll probably have something to do with that, but I'll let you describe exactly what results from that.
Can I just say that my charge up screws up, like it sort of goes out of control, and I teleport myself out of there by mistake to a random location?
Sure, yeah, that makes sense.
Teleport to the nest.
So as you look over to Quentin to get some support with this guy, and you see him kind of behind cover, and you see him focusing, like charging up his powers. You've seen him do this before, and then you see him blink out of existence.
Blink out of existence.
Great.
It's transmission.
Okay, so Ova is going to try to talk to the thing.
Oh no. This became Undertale.
Okay, what do you want to say?
Hello? I am not here to hurt you. I am like you.
You hear like servos spinning, and I'm thinking this is maybe Pierce the Mask. Like, what are you trying to get out of this
Yeah,
conversation with him?
she's trying to understand what it's here for, what it is, if it's someone. Obviously something's controlling him.
It's freaking
Right.
plankton.
Okay. Yeah, roll plus mundane.
Oh, okay, I got a 9.
Okay, on a 7 to 9, ask 1. What are you really planning? What do you want me to do? What do you intend to do? How could I get your character to blank? How could I get an influence over you?
Okay, so she says, what do you intend to do here?
Must eradicate, clear the park.
Okay, she uses her heliokinesis and she tries to blast like just a beam of like fire to his where the battery pack is.
Okay, so roll to directly engage a threat.
Plus what?
Plus danger.
Okay, so I rolled the 7.
Okay, so on a 7 to 9, pick 1. Resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Well, I can't take the batteries from him because I'm...
Well, you can say that that's specifically what you were doing.
Okay,
like with the
yeah. Like,
thing.
basically, I'm taking the batteries away by, like, burning them. Or burning the area.
Right, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah,
So
okay.
you're kind of just like shoving this flaming beam into his battery compartment thing?
Exactly, yes.
Okay. So you do that, but as you're like kind of melting into this thing, he's just spraying you constantly with the flamethrower. So you are gonna take a powerful blow again. So roll plus conditions marked, so +2.
I got a 9.
Okay, so on a 7 or 9, you choose 1. Lash out verbally doesn't apply anymore because none of your teammates are here. you give ground, your opposition gets an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain, mark 2 conditions. I would say the last one is the one that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Because you're finishing this thing off.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna do angry and afraid because that's how I feel.
Okay. So the robot just kind of, you hear the servo spinning over time, and it's just going like meh, meh, ah, and the compartment just melts into nothingness as you let go of this helio beam, and the robot crumples to the floor. At that moment, you see Seng Oka running up to you out of the corner of your eye.
Over! What happened?
Why could you not get here sooner?
I walked as fast as I could!
Why did you not have your uncle drive you?
Oops.
Oh my god.
As this conversation is happening, like a crowd is starting to gather around all of you, and they're just kind of murmuring, and they don't seem like upset. Well, I mean, they're obviously upset at the situation, but they don't seem upset with you guys. And a couple of kids like come up to Ova, and they kind of tug on your what are you wearing?
I'm wearing my outfit, my superhero oh wait, she wouldn't have changed into it. So then she's just wearing her pants and her like long sleeve purple shirt that's like off the shoulder. And
okay, one of them pulls on the sleeve, and
she's little again. She's back to her original size.
Okay. Oh wait, did your clothes grow with you?
Yes, we had to. We said that I like use.
It's a team,
I don't know
situation. So yes, the clothes grow with you.
Yeah,
no, well, I
because
was thinking she ripped out of her normal clothes, but she has her costume under, and her costume does shapeshift with her.
Oh, okay, then yes, that's exactly what happened, and I'm wearing this skirt with the tights. It's like the superhero skirt with the tights, and it is like like
a
a
skirt
top.
under your
So they tug on your skirt.
It's like a squirt. It's like it's
squirt.
really short.
They tug on your skirt.
That's so weird.
That's weird.
And one of them looks up to you. Are you a real life superhero?
She looks down at them and she says, "Well, technically, I do not have the certifications to be a real life superhero."
Yes, she is a superhero.
As Segoka yells that, the crowd erupts in applause, and they're just kind of giving you guys a lot of attention. And one guy comes out of the crowd. He's got like kind of shoulder length hair, and he's wearing glasses. He's kind of wearing like a nice business suit. Well, not like the whole suit, just like a dress shirt and slacks, you know. And he walks up to Ova, and he says, "You were really impressive out there."
Oh no.
Oh, thank you.
As the guy gets closer to you, you see that he's actually a younger guy, like maybe like 18.
She starts to glow.
What?
And he says, "Look, I work right close to here, and we had to evacuate the building because of this robot. Apparently somebody had called it in or something, and I made it just in time to see what you did. I've never seen someone like you before."
Oh, someone like me?
Hey now, bud, back off! Oh shit!
Oh shit.
Whoa, I don't mean
Being a
any
good
trouble.
friend.
Here, I just wanted to give you my card.
Yo.
And he hands you a business card.
She takes it and she like looks at it. What does it say?
It says, well, it's the card is from Morrigan Laboratories, and the name says Sean Morrigan. And it says Research Lead, Alien Affairs.
Dun dun
Oh.
dun.
Men
Do
in,
you
Men in Black.
I am not interested. Thank you very much.
Seng takes the card.
You don't understand. I'm not looking to research you or anything. That's just where I'm working right now. It's my father's company. Like I said, I've never seen someone like you before, and I was just hoping to learn a little bit more about you.
Okay. If I have time to talk to you at some point in the future, I will give you a call.
The crowd kind of gets dispersed, and you see some police officers dispersing the crowd and break through and come up to the two of you. All right, let's see your registration.
Hi, my name is Seng Oka.
Ova grabs Seng and she flies up.
Seng's like, bye.
You see the officers like talking into their radios as you fly off. Sanctum, where let's say you ended up
in a police car.
No, you ended up I know. We like pan down from the sky where we see Ova and Seng flying over, and we pan down to a hot dog cart where we see Quentin like stuck like inside the hot dog cart, and he's like trying to like make his way on the hot dog vendor. Is like really upset.
Oh, no.
And it's pretty much nighttime at this point. It's dark. Do we want to go to the next day?
Okay.
By the way, I'm just gonna say I self-destructed those left behind phones when I found out they were left behind.
Oh no.
Wow.
All right, that's fine. That makes sense. Okay, so let's say the group is together at Seng's area. We'll say it's the weekend.
The weekend. You gotta be British about it.
Yeah. What?
Gotta be British about it.
Shut up, Neal. It's Saturday, so you guys are sitting around, and I'm assuming so probably Quentin and Ova are telling the group about the fight, but Seng, you're getting ready to say what you found out about Nadine. So play that out.
What did I find out?
Let's act like
I meant like play set the scene like with you guys finishing up your story.
We'll start. So after that, I sort of just teleported away, even though I didn't mean to, and I don't really know what happened afterwards. I ended up in a hot dog cart, if you want to hear about that, but if you want to hear about the fight, I think Ova would really be able to explain the rest.
Before we continue, let me see if you guys cleared any of those conditions.
How do you see?
Do I die from all my conditions? I have all the conditions.
So to get rid of Afraid, you hide out of harm's way. I feel like yours applied to that, Farhan, because you left. So Quentin's Afraid is gone. Ova's Afraid, I don't think you got rid of Afraid. Actually, well, no, because you marked that afterwards. I was gonna say Lash Out without thought at a threat, but you did that before you had Afraid marked. Angry, Vent through unthinking violence, Break the environment, shut down conversation, Lash Out at any vulnerability, escalate the situation dangerously. Well, that one you applied afterwards too, so that one doesn't count. You had Guilty, Seek forgiveness.
I had Guilty.
I'm gonna say you probably did sacrifice anything or everything for redemption, because you just kind of you took the brunt of that flamethrower just to get rid of this thing, and you kind of redeemed your guilt that you were carrying with you.
Okay, good.
Hopeless, Give up without a fight.
All Hopeless I don't have.
No, but Farhan has all of them.
Not Afraid anymore.
Well, not Afraid, yeah. Hopeless, Give up without a fight, Burn down the world around them, Seek any light, Undermine others' beliefs, Veer toward drastic and terrible action. I feel like you haven't had a chance really to get rid of any of them other than Afraid. Insecure, Double down on broken plans, Follow the lead of someone else, Doubt and question their allies and plans, Admit wrongful action, Recede into the background. You haven't cleared Insecure either, Ova. Okay. So I'm sorry to interrupt. You go ahead and continue what you were saying. Ova, you were wrapping up the story.
So, basically the situation was I had to remove or burn the batteries out of this machine in order for the machine to stop working. And that is what I did.
Now, to the real nitty gritty.
Oh, there was, something odd that happened after the fight. This boy around our age, no, 18, he was 18 years old. He came up to me and gave me this card, and she, shows it to them.
It says, Morgan, what did I say, Morgan Labs? Or
Yes.
Laboratories? Morgan
Something
Laboratories?
like that.
Sean Morgan.
Son,
Alien Affairs. Research lead Alien Affairs.
18. That's what happens.
It is his father's company.
Probably some rich, stuck-up snob.
He
Hey!
said he wanted me to... Oh.
Shots
Actually,
fired.
I think that's something. Who said that?
Harley.
Wrap it in.
Daniel did.
No. Daniel did.
yeah.
Does Daniel have influence over Seng?
No.
Okay, then that's nothing then.
It was fun. It was funny.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
He wanted me to contact him. What do you think I should do? And she looks at all of them.
Don't do it. We don't know him yet.
Daniel just kind of huffs and he goes, I don't know, and I don't really care. And he kind of is spacing out, looking in a different direction away from the group.
I think he wants you to call him.
I think you should go for it.
I think I should too. I will call him right now.
You should ask him for a coffee.
No. And she calls him. Oh wait, she says, Seng, can I please borrow your phone?
Here's another. God damn it. I'm gonna have a whole box of these phones to hand out. I
Seng,
will. You know what?
Do you want to say what you found before she leaves to go do that?
Actually, yes. First, let's get down to what I found out. What did I find out?
Okay.
So I have a feeling you probably printed out what you found and you can
Okay.
pass it around. That'll be an easier way to do this.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so Nadine Stanton, she is indeed a registration officer. She's technically a registration enforcement officer, so she's the one that, like the guy that went up to you guys at the park, she's one of the ones that goes up to you and says, okay, I need to verify your registration and all that. So that's her main job. You do see, though, that before she was working for the Office of Metahuman Registration. Is that what we were calling it? Or did it have another name?
It was,
I don't know, but that's a good name for it.
what was the
Whatever. She works
acronym
for the
we
Office
had?
of Metahuman Registration. Yeah, we had an acronym. but
MAD?
Whatever. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Metahuman.
Fuck. Agency of Defense, yeah. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the overarching
Right.
agency, but she works for the Office of Metahuman Registration. We have a whole bureaucracy we're building here. And so before she worked there, she was actually a detective for the Halcyon City Police Department. But really the most interesting thing that you found is that she herself is a metahuman, but there's no details on what her powers are.
Probably digging through trash.
What a shocking revelation. She says words wrong sometimes.
I think you were looking
Are you
for
sure she does?
revelation.
Oh! Is that what the word was? And she
Yes.
starts to glow a little because she's a little embarrassed. And then her freak goes up.
No, you don't just get to shift your labels.
Because she a freak in the streets and the bed.
All right, so how
Sheets is
does
the
the
word.
group react to this news?
Frankly, I'm as shocked as everyone else because I never read this until this moment.
Well, essentially, so what's a big deal about this is that metahumans are generally not allowed to be on any police force or any sort of investigative unit like that. The only way that they are is if they're contractors and they're hired on specifically for, like, if they have, like, really attuned senses and they can look for clues at scenes of crimes and things like that, but they're never allowed to actually be part of any sort of law enforcement like that, much less actually be a part of the Metahuman Agency of Defense, like in an administrative capacity, because that's it's a conflict of interest essentially.
Makes sense.
I wonder if we should ask Orion X about it.
You might know more. I would say it's a good idea to get whatever we can.
Yeah, but then we would have to mention to him that we visited the aquarium again. I don't know how you would feel about that. Any input?
Well, we could tell him that we met her at a different spot. For example, I could say that she came up to me after my encounter with the large metal thing. And then we'll see what he says, what he has to say.
But if he's already talked to her, he kind of knows her side.
But has he already talked to her?
The question.
And if he has
That
already
is
talked
the
to
question.
her, he'd probably already know we went to the aquarium, so it wouldn't... Well,
Only one way to find out.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Call him?
I'm already dialing.
Jesus Christ.
ring, ring.
So the phone picks up, but you hear like a lot of static.
Hi,
It's like,
my name is Seng Oka. Hello?
Seng Oka, why are you calling this number?
We went to the aquarium.
God,
Oh my god!
we're doomed.
Also, we met a woman.
We see on his end why you hear all the static, and he's actually underwater, and he's wearing like this mouthpiece thing that allows him to breathe and is apparently also a communicator, and he's like fighting this like giant tentacle creature. He's like deep in the depths of the ocean.
This guy is a real hero.
He's all might, man.
I can't say I'm surprised you disobeyed me already. You kids these days really don't respect your elders.
By the way, do you know a woman named Nadine?
The line goes quiet save for the static for a second. You stay away from Nadine Stanton. That woman is out to get every metahuman she comes across.
Well, too late.
Seng Oka, can you please transfer over to your teammate, Quentin?
Quentin, someone's on the line for you.
Oh no.
Put her on speaker.
Oh god.
I'm here, Ryan.
Why am I now on speaker?
I hurt my hand, so I can't hold the phone close to my ear.
A sign of weakness, Quentin.
Hey, how about you go fuck off, buddy? You just say he was hurt.
Oh.
Used to bad word.
Hey, yeah, we can do that.
I do not think that language is necessary in this conversation.
Language.
Regardless, what did you want, Ryan?
I believe it is you that called me, Quentin.
I
You
believe it
smart
was
ass.
Seng Oka who called you.
Yes, but Seng Oka is not your point of contact.
I do not believe we ever officially established a point of contact. You just, landed in my backyard and gave me your phone number.
Exactly. You are the point of
Oh my
contact.
god.
Glad that's established
Now,
at this point.
did you complete the objectives I laid out for you?
We had homework.
What was the objective?
It was to get Rapidus to reveal himself.
Yes, we have
Yes!
completed the objective.
Right. So what's the name?
Were we good Samaritans?
The name is Go Screw Yourself.
Yes, I
Get the
do not
fuck out.
believe we'll be able to reveal that to you since, you're not part of the team.
Ova looks over at Rapidus, and she goes up next to him and she whispers into his ear, and she says, Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. I'm pissed off that we keep getting pushed around by these fucking adults. And his hands are balled up in the fists again.
He's doing the Arthur meme?
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so how do I get rid of my insecure, angry, or afraid?
Jesus cares.
Damn.
Because I think I can use Daniel to my
So
advantage.
it's insecure, double down on plans, doubt or question your own allies and plans. That one doesn't, you can't do that one though right now. Angry, vent through unthinking violence, break the environment, shut down conversation, lash out at any vulnerability, escalate the situation dangerously. Afraid, hide out of harm's way, flee the danger or difficulty, lash out without thought at a threat, plead for mercy, or throw up blocks and walls.
Okay, I'm gonna try to shut down this conversation right now that I started.
How are you doing that?
I'm just kidding. Well, let's see if it does it. If it does, then okay, good. And if it doesn't, then oh well. Okay, she says, Daniel, you need to stop. You need to think about the team. Don't say anything rude.
Don't or do not?
Sorry. Daniel, you need to stop using offensive language, and you need to think about what your actions are doing to the team.
No, you know what this team's doing?
No! Do not talk anymore.
Whatever. And Daniel storms off.
Does she have influence over you, Daniel?
I think I
Yeah.
did because he told us. Yeah, everyone has influence over him.
No,
just you and
Yeah,
Seng
yeah.
right now.
Okay.
Okay, so do you accept or reject her influence?
Please, then I can get rid of my
Blackmail.
anger.
Emotional blackmail.
Okay.
Well, actually, though, I think your character would. But
Wait, so
Damn.
okay, so okay, just so I have it straight in my head, so Ova is basically telling Daniel he needs to just basically sit down and shut up.
yes.
I think he's gonna reject that. He's pissed off right now.
Fuck. Okay, well, roll. Straight roll.
Marcus just at the
That's
back
a 10.
of the popcorn. It's like, let them fight.
Fuck. Okay, on a 10 you choose 2. Clear a condition or mark potential by immediately taking action to prove them wrong.
Oof.
Shift one label up and one label down, your choice. Cancel their influence and take +1 forward against them.
Alright, so I think I'm gonna shift my labels. So I think that's going to make him more dangerous. In return, I think that might actually make him less of a savior.
I think so too.
So that's good. And then for the other part, he's going to clear his angry condition, I think. By
Okay, so you have to, yeah.
Ova, you don't know what happened to me after I got home last night. We stayed out all night, and I got home late. I missed work, and my best friend had to cover for me at home. He had to do my chores in order to cover for me because I was out with you guys. And my mom, she can't take care of herself very well anymore, but you guys don't know about that. You don't care. All you want is for me to join your superhero team and be a part of something bigger, but I was doing just fine whenever it was just me. I don't even know if this is right for me anymore. I'm done. And he walks off.
Quentin!
She yells after.
Yes.
Oh wait.
Take me off speakerphone.
Okay, she yells after Daniel before he leaves, and she runs after him and she says, Daniel, it seems to me you are thinking of yourself more than the team. If you have personal issues at home, I suggest you deal with those on your personal time. If we are going to be a team of superheroes, we need to learn to work together and be professional.
Fuck.
Damn, Daniel.
And then she just leaves. She doesn't even stay and wait for him to respond. She just turns around and goes back in so she can know what's going on with the rest of the group.
Damn.
That's cool.
I feel like
Love you, Harley.
no, I know it's not personal. Yeah, but I feel like we get like one of those shots where we see like Daniel, like we see Ova walking off, and in the background and in the foreground we see like Daniel. And it's like it's not showing his eyes, but it's showing like his body and the lower half of his face. And I feel like we see him like gritting his teeth. And we see some tears start to come down, and then he just keeps walking away.
And you hear the song slowly start. All around me, I feel.
Okay, so back in the room, did you take him off speakerphone?
I did.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Quentin.
Yes.
These petty arguments within your team, they're concerning.
I think they're fine.
Quentin, if you are to become a registered superhero team, you need to work out these issues. Lucky for you, you have myself as your mentor, and I have many exercises that I can put your team through that will build you up into these strong superheroes. But before we get there, I need the name, your assignment from the other night.
Right. I don't think I can give you the name. Because we made a promise
Why
to him.
not?
And we made a promise to him, as a team, that we will not reveal his identity to anyone outside of the team. You are
the
just
team name.
sponsoring us. I thought it was Rapidus.
Who is this Rapidus?
Huh? He's one of our team members.
That's very interesting. But I'm still waiting for your team name.
Oh, my team name. I don't think we have one yet. Can we call you back?
No, wait. I thought we were Good Samaritans. Didn't we already decide that? Or
Oh my god.
I thought it was
that's
a joke
actually a
this
thing.
whole time.
I don't know. I
Same.
like.
That
Wasn't that a joke?
that
Was it
was
not a
decided at the end of the last episode.
Alright, okay. Rewind this whole thing. Let's start the
No,
conversation over.
this was all part of it.
It's the Samaritans. The Samaritans.
The Good Samaritan.
Yeah, but it's like summary because we have a newspaper at school where we write summaries. Remember?
Yeah,
that's true.
I remember. Alright, rewind. Yes, we did come up with a team name. It is the Good Samaritans.
You gotta explain it.
But it's spelled summary, like summary.
We'll email you the spelling.
Email the fuck. Okay.
Well, I hope it's an interesting spelling. Now, your other assignment.
You will have to remind me what that was. I may or may not have completed it. It was a long night class. We were attacked by a robot, if you didn't hear. A giant
Which
robot.
reminds me,
Yes.
the aquarium. I believe I specifically told you to stay away. Now I understand Nadine Stanton is aware of your presence.
Yes, she is.
Well, this complicates things, Quentin.
How so?
Nadine Stanton will need to approve your registration.
I don't see how that could be an issue.
You're investigating into metahuman affairs without a license, and she caught you doing it.
I don't believe she was aware of our superhero identities. And she's only aware of one of our names.
We flash back to the encounter where Sengoka is like, we're looking for clues.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's
But
like,
she
hi,
doesn't
my
know
name
our
is Sengoka.
Alright. Well, Quentin,
Yes.
I will say I'm concerned for your team.
As
But-
am I, yes.
I will do everything in my power to get you registered. I do owe that to your grandfather. Now, if you'll excuse me, this giant octopus is about to rip off my left arm.
Yes, you're excused.
Wow.
Wow.
I hang up.
With a loud yell, the call cuts out.
Oh god, you didn't take my right arm.
I think there is something wrong with Rapidus. I told him to deal with it on his personal time. If any of you would like to help him, I suggest you do so.
You told him to what? God damn it. I'll do it.
Very tactful.
Which reminds me.
Yes,
I take-
very tactful.
Oh, thank you.
Singleca takes out a box of old cell phones.
Oh my
Oh,
fuck.
yes.
Here you guys go.
Okay, so you guys are looking through those. We'll go to Mark, try and catch up to Daniel.
It's a very difficult feat he does.
Well, I
since
don't think
he's
Daniel's
Rapidus.
running, really, but...
Oh no, he's sulking, and you hear, all around me.
It would
He
be like
finds a
I
bad-
walk
Yeah,
alone.
I feel like
Yeah, I was like Boulevard of Broken Dreams would fit that.
yeah, I think like I think when Mark finds Daniel's just kind of like he didn't get all the way home, but he's sitting on a bench, just kind of staring into space.
With the song playing.
Wait, what song is it? Can someone set the mood, please?
It's
I
actually
can't
playing
find
on
it
like
my-
this small speaker on his phone or something.
Yeah.
I walk this
Ring road.
lonely road, the only road. that
Copyright. Hang on.
No, you can't copyright a
You can do
podcast.
Yeah, as
Wait,
well.
Julio's gonna sing
I
it.
don't
That's why
know.
he said, hold on.
It's a cover, so.
Calling the bot
What?
too.
I didn't say hold on.
Oh, someone said
Okay,
hold on.
anyways.
Okay, so Mark, what do you do?
Oh. So as I approach, Daniel, you okay?
No, not really. Probably didn't need to blow up on her like that, but
I understand. She's okay, weird is not the best way to describe her. But yeah, I also think she kind of went a bit far when she said deal with your own problems, because, like, as you can see, we're a bit different from the rest of them.
yeah.
We're not team material, as you could say.
And it feels like they don't have as much stuff they have to deal with at home. You know? Like,
Oh yeah, they aren't normal people. They don't have parents. They're just like, oh hey.
I don't have.
I don't have
Okay.
parents. My parents is a narcissist.
Mark, roll to comfort or support someone. Your roll
Is that a
plus,
two?
There's
plus
a lot of
mundane.
shit talking going on here.
Is
They
there
have
two
parents.
right? What's that?
Yeah,
Excuse me, that's
it's
not a
always two
benefit.
dice. You roll plus mundane.
Plus mundane. What's my mundane? Oh shit, I can do things. Okay, hold on.
In a way, that was kind of true.
It's always
wasn't
pretty
it?
high.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it hurts so
Not
much.
like normal. Oh, I didn't know that. You
That's
you just like born superpower or some shit. How the fuck do I know?
Wait, does Quentin have parents that are alive and all?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
They're just not really like
They're,
he's kind of a
non-canon.
latchkey kid. Like both his parents work and like
Let's
Okay.
see.
I thought it's just me and
11
over there.
plus 2, 13.
holy shit. Okay. So on a hit, they hear you. Mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels if they open up to you. So yeah. So one of those three.
I'll shift labels.
interesting. Okay.
What are you shifting?
I'll increase the danger.
Wait!
Don't wanna die.
No, actually, that I don't think that makes sense for
But-
this. I feel like
Fine.
what would make sense for this is
Increase
if
money.
you were to either
Is it more
increase.
normal?
I would say no. I would say
Savior?
you increase superior because you're kind of calling them freaks and saying that you guys are different and like that you're kind of above being on a team. So I would say you increase your superior and probably lower your freak.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, we'll go solo.
The dynamic duo.
So there are consequences in this game for when the team splits up because it's inevitable that the team will, drift apart at some
Yeah.
point.
We never even formed a team yet.
Good Samaritans just became Samaritans.
I can't even remember the name.
Alright.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and continue the conversation or
Alright, so
finish it up. Or whatever.
after I say that, like, what does Dan say in response?
It's
Fucking
just
thing, they're fucking freaks.
they don't know what it's like to have other people that rely on you on a day-to-day basis. Like, I always, like, I went home last night and, as soon as I walked in the door, Mom dropped a picture frame And when I went to help her with it, she just told me to leave it alone. She completely dismissed me. It's like, what? How do I deal with that? Like I feel like I'm already doing everything I can, and it's still not enough. And and he just starts crying, like, he starts silently crying into his hands, and he's, like, covering his face.
Kind of confused because, like, he knows what to say, but he's just like, it's not a people person. It's like, oh god.
Can we go to Seng for a second?
No, he's okay. Before that, Mark's just like,
I like how Ariz is like, no.
Wanna go like beat some people up? You know, I mean like villains, like, you know, Rob's not just random
Some people up.
I'm sorry.
That's
They wanna go just save the day or
sorry.
something? Let's help people. Maybe that'll take things off your mind.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's a start. Let's find some people who are like robbing banks or some shit.
Maybe, maybe I just need to go home for a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know.
Alright. If you need any help, let me know.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
And as Dan goes home, Mark's just gonna patrol the city because he's still frustrated about the way his mom acted towards him. And now you can go Seng.
Okay. Seng's gonna press the button on the intercom
Oh my god.
to Uncle Watson.
Yeah.
To Uncle Watson. He's like, "Hi, Uncle Watson. It's Seng. I think Daniel needs some help."
God,
You see Uncle Watson, and he was washing dishes. Or actually, no. Let's say he was in the garage working on the car. Even.
Nice.
And as soon as the intercom comes on, he like freaks out and drops the wrench and like falls into the engine compartment.
I feel like we hear like an
And he's just
uncharacteristic son of a bitch.
Yeah, he's like, son of a. Seng, what is it that you're asking me to do?
I think he needs some advice.
I see. Where is he?
Leaving.
What do you want me to, what should I do about that? Seng.
You're like a father to me. I think he could use some parental advice.
Listen, Seng, with you kids, it's sometimes best to just leave them alone for a while.
I see. That's just the end.
I feel like that actually kind of had like a double like meaning to you, Seng, with like the whole fact that your dad left you alone. So I'm gonna say if you accept his influence over you, it's probably gonna have you mark insecure.
Aww. Gosh darn it. Oh, yeah, I'll take it.
No.
Okay.
By the way, he's working on the Ferrari bus.
Nice.
Oh my god. Okay.
We don't have some plain old car. Come on. Maybe it's his pet project.
You're muted, Susi.
Seng, could I please borrow or have one of your phones?
Take your pick.
That one. They all look the same.
Yeah, it's just a series of the exact same phone.
Okay, I will just grab it.
Sure.
Okay, she grabs it, and then she dials the number on the card.
Oh shit.
Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring.
Hello, this is Sean Morgan.
Hello, Sean Morgan. This is, Satovia Rafuma.
I'm sorry, who?
Oh, my apologies. Ova.
Yeah, I'm still not sure who this is.
Superhero, but not really. Alien.
The girl from the park.
Yes, the girl from the park.
Hi, how can I help you?
Hello, I am not sure. You asked me to call you.
Yeah, I'm interested in learning more about you. I did a little bit of research after I saw you. You're from a planet called Dominion?
Yes, correct.
There's a silence for a minute.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here. There's just... You're your people. They're all about one people, or at least from what I understand of the writings that we have from your planet, there's this concept of one people. What does that mean exactly?
It means that there is no individual, that anytime someone does something, it is for the community.
For the greater good.
Correct.
Listen, I'd love to have you come by my office. There's something that I'd like to show you, something that you might be able to help me with.
Okay, may I bring a friend?
Yeah, that's okay, sure.
Okay. Is the address the one on the card?
Yes, that's it.
Okay. When should I go?
How about tomorrow afternoon?
Yes, that will work.
Great. I'll pencil you in.
Okay, I will pencil you in, too. Goodbye!
As he hangs up the phone, you see someone walk into his office. And he looks up and smiles and he says, I think I've just had a breakthrough. And we see that the person he's talking to is Rock Body Guy that Daniel fought in the warehouse.
Oh shit!
Okay, so that'll do it for this week, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Please be sure to give us a rating on iTunes. That helps more people find the show. And follow us on Instagram and Twitter at CryptFails Inc. You can follow myself at HailJulio1 on Instagram and at HailJulio on Twitter.
You can follow me at Susi_Possum on Instagram and at Susi Possum on Twitter.
You can follow me at Twitter and Instagram at Farhan Israk.
And you can find me at HDR on Instagram. Check the show notes.
And you can find me at Captain Niho on Instagram and Twitter.
Thanks so much for listening, guys. We'll talk to you.
Tell your friends!
Bye!
Bye!